intro part 4. We're just sat here at our little table, having a nice little rest. I've moved, I think I've moved a few more things around in the base since I put a T2 extender down because we were running out of CPU capacity. I've extended through to here. And this is, I literally just, broke this wall down, dug through, created a square of concrete. More flower pots up above. We've got our advanced constructor, all our med bays. That's just a storage thing. But when we come up top, we've got a few more. We've repaired everything up. We've got a few more plots down. We've decided to actually put some towers up, and I've got some towers and some guns on top. So they're okay for taking out the drones. If a troop transport comes in, I still have to use the miniguns or the Gatling guns on the hover bike. But aside from that, we're sort of semi-protected now. I want to put a couple more towers back up. This is we got a in one of the containers in one of the POIs I cleared out. We got a repair bay, so I slapped that down there, made a repair console, so we can now repair things. If we come over here, the big improvement is this monstrosity right here. It's taking some hits to the top as well. Yeah, I had another base attack just before I started recording. So, see, they just sort of shoot at all the hostile stuff as well, but I don't particularly want to. I could probably turn them off, but they're only using the 3.5 or 300 mil. 30 mil, I don't know. It's the really easy ammo to craft, so I'm not really losing much. But this is the UHC dart that I sort of put back together. I've put some thrusters on it. It's got guns. It's got a laser. I was trying to go for this whole sort of like, little open cockpit here, which is fine. We get in here and it flies and all that, and that's all grand. But then when we get out of here, we kind of get bugged into here, and I can't now get out. Oh, nice. But yeah, that's really annoying, and also it's really ugly. So I've decided that instead of all of this, I'm just going to take all of this off and just have a regular cockpit, because it's just, yeah, that's just annoying. That's annoying. If I want to be getting out in a hurry, I can't be there shimmying to and from trying to get out. So just trying to think, I'll probably take those two off now. Can make it a little bit smaller now, because I can put things like that. I can put down here somewhere, because we get the cockpit. Let's just go for something boring like that. I want to try and put that like there. And then down in here I can leave some space for the T4 extenders, which will eventually have to go in. But I'm going to put, right, first, those two don't need to be there. So I'm going to put the extenders there, I'm going to put the shield there, and then I can put some more stuff under there when I need stuff under there. Don't need that anymore because we're not being ventilated. Yeah, it's ugly, but it's now less monstrous. And I'll round off all the corners. I'll put the O2 stations in somewhere, just so I can have it on the outside. I'll have a couple of turrets, probably have a minigun, and then someone else up top here. But yeah, I've also got 2 Gatling guns on the side. So this hopefully will now be able to... I mean, I didn't even take it into battle, it just got destroyed whilst my base was being attacked. So quick little update, I've been over the planet once more. I haven't been up here, but I just know it's Xerax, and the only thing that's left to find is another Promethium deposit, which is probably going to be up there. The one I have discovered's down there. It's small, so it's not going to be a huge amount anyway. I'm not particularly worried about it, but that's pretty much. I think I've gotten everything from this planet. I obviously need to destroy the drone base wherever it is. Actually, I think it's down there by that Promethium, isn't it? That will stop the attacks on my base, but my base is relatively well defended. Obviously, I usually wake up most mornings, get attacked, but I can see most of it off. I sometimes take a couple of hits, but it's not too bad. We'll put another couple of... I've got the equipment, I just haven't been bothered to actually put the turrets up yet. But I just thought I'd give a quick little update. I've moved my core CPU and the big generator, put a big generator in down here. I'm going to sort of go the Moria route and start digging downwards, Minecraft style. So, you know, just keeps it further away from if it does get attacked. You know, I'm going to put the fuel tanks and all the important stuff down there so I don't lose power, because originally the core was behind here, and obviously if they blow the core up, everything stops and the fridge goes, etc., etc. So I want to lower the majority of the stuff down, but we've just been putting more crop plots down, and we had to go on a bit of a salvaging mission, go and find some buds, because it was the only thing that I didn't have. But now that I have bud plants, I can finally make coffee. And with coffee, I can make I've now got everything here that makes emergency rations. So we'll just continue to put stuff down because everything's handy. Food is food. But in terms of... yeah, my food source is now pretty much self-sustaining. I haven't experienced any irradiated fogs on this planet yet. I don't know whether they occur or not, but that will kill all the crops if one rolls in, because these aren't protected. So I do kind of want to have a bit of a seed bank building up, so that if that happens, I can very easily throw down all the crops again. So I'm gonna continue harvesting this for a while. I'm not just gonna sort of be like, yep, done, moving on. But the next phase of my missions, my plans, my moving forwards with surviving in this hostile world, is I want to go to the moon. I've got all the resources I want from this place, and I want to go and get the resources from the moon. So I think my ship is now ready to go. We'll have a look at that in a second, once I finish collecting up all of this. You know what, we're just going to cut to that. So I'm sure I've missed a couple of things. There we go, missed that spice. Oh, I also missed that protein. But this is the upgraded model of the Dart. I do need to change the name. I need to think of a decent name. But I rounded the corners off, or sleeked it off a little bit. It's also just additional armor plating. Flies pretty nicely. Haven't actually fought anything with it yet, but in terms of flying around, it's pretty dope. It doesn't have a lot of sideways thrusters, so if I turn it like 90 degrees like that, it'll just fall, and I can't counter that, because there's not enough thrust power on the side. But there's enough vertical lift, there's enough horizontal like thrust, and it's got stopping power or braking power, so, and it'll be fine in space. It's not a brilliant in-atmosphere combat vehicle yet, but I can just put some more thrusters on the side and I'm sure that'll be fine. But I say it'll be fine in space. I haven't actually tested it in space, but obviously gravity isn't that much of an issue. But without further ado, we want to quickly what is my hover vessel doing? Okay. Oh, cool. Well, we'll leave that there. I kind of like the idea of having like a bit of a garage down here, like with a ramp for hover vessels, and then I also want to have just a big hole in the ground with a doors open that I can fly my vessels in and out of. I like the idea of building underground for all of this one. I feel like we'll follow on from what we found, the smuggler's den, and we'll go from there. But I'm getting distracted. I needed to make pentaxid. Use the other constructor because it's faster. That's what we want. How much we got? 17. It makes 1 to 2. So let's make like 40. Let's make 60. And that should give us enough. I'm not going to need it for the warp drive yet, but I'm going to want it for shield. Also going to take some fuel with us. And this is my cheeky little tip for converting biofuel into promethium, is you fill your tank up with biofuel and then withdraw all the power back out, and you'll see that it goes into promethium fuel tanks. So we fill it up with biofuel and withdraw promethium. Now I'm not sure whether this is just that's clearly a manipulation of the gameplay systems. There's no logical reason for that happening, but I do quite like it. It's quite funny. But I assume it'll probably be patched at some point. Like, it's not a pressing issue, it's not game breaking, but that is obviously a bit of a flaw that I can get promethium, because I can do that from level 1. You can just get promethium fuel tanks from the first thing you do, by doing that and then withdrawing out of fuel tanks, because you can't withdraw biofuel. I mean, it makes sense why it happens, but yeah, obviously just a little weird, but we'll wait for that pentaxid to craft up, and then we're going to fly into space. So BRB. We've got our pentaxid. Let's throw that into the tank, fill that up as well. Cargo box. For some reason, I've got 2 ammo controllers, container controllers down in here. So when I next open it up to put some new stuff into it, I'll find the second one of it and get rid of it. But that should be everything. To space. The looks of it could probably do with a bit more vertical thrust, because we're not maxing out, which means we're a bit underpowered. Put my helmet on might be a smart move. Now it has just occurred to me that I don't actually have oxygen. And where is the moon? Moon's 15 kilometers away. I should probably grab some oxygen before embarking on that endeavour. That'll be enough. Right, take 2. Right, where's that moon gone? Like, it's not great looking shit, but it's not terrible. It's not my worst work. Let's put it that way. I have definitely built bigger monstrosities, but it doesn't look like there's an awful lot about. At least on this side of the planet. So I guess this is probably going to be quite an easy trip to and from the moon. I think we'll just go for the old classic. You've probably seen it several times before, but the moon's not big, it's not particularly exciting, but it's got resources that I need. So we're going to hit this bad boy with a time lapse, and we'll be back afterwards. Or unless something interesting happens, which it might do. I might get cocky, I might see a base and think, yeah, come on, let's have some. I doubt it, but I might. We'll find out. Anyway.
remote view where these spacecraft or where there's civilization.
So just one final little update to round this video off, I guess. We found this, and what I thought was going to be just a small part of a capital ship, turns out is a fully blown capital ship, just straight up buried in the sand. So I'm kind of intrigued to mine all this out. For three reasons. Mainly, I want to mine it all out to see what it looks like. Secondly, I want to hope that there's a possibility that I can slap down a core and fly this thing out of this hole, which would be dope. And obviously, if that isn't the case, the third possibility is that I'm going to strip the whole thing down for resources, and then, by the logic of this being a pretty much complete capital ship, I should have all of the stuff to make my own capital ship. So we're not wasting our time either way with clearing it out, and this is going to be the next thing. But until then, peace.